Hey, okay, we're live, which, like I always say, is great because you don't need to be a medium to see the show, but it does help. Anyway, uh, finally let me into my own stream. Isn't that nice? Anyway, well, if we don't have a few little issues with the stream, it just wouldn't be the woo ship, would it? Okay. Oh, the allergies are starting back up again because we've got the spring weather going. And a lot of my allergy stuff is in the spring. So I'm probably going to be dabbing my nose regularly. Just fair warning. It's either that or it's those toxic fumes again. But we're supposed to be having a very interesting time here in Ohio. I'll explain it to you after a moment. Okay, I'm Dee Ocean Swagger and of Dee Ocean's Deep Woo. This is my show. Would you have guessed, since I'm the one coming in announcing it? Anyway, and my little Lyran assistant is Cowboy the Manx cat is behind me. I don't know if he's gonna let me show you. He's not gonna let me show you right now. He's there purring away, doing his job with the frequency and vibration therapy. So sending out love and purrs and healing to the world. Because that's what kitty purrs are. Kitty purrs are a vibrational frequency that is very healing in many ways. So as long as he's back there purring, yes, we're broadcasting the love frequency. There. Yeah, I guess you could only see probably his back legs there because he's right behind me. It's funny because I saw I saw a plaque to go on the wall that says behind every great person there is a cat. And he always takes up residence either right beside or right behind me when I do the show. He's almost every time he's right there. So I guess I'm going to be great because I got a cat right behind me. Anyway, let's see. So we are getting ready for spring, and it is really going to be a great time to do any kind of spring cleaning, any kind of intention work, any kind of new thing you want to bring into your life. This is a great time. And any kind of cleaning and clearing out, spring cleaning time. This is a new moon. And I'm waiting until we're on the upswing to do our ceremony. Because I like to do it when the moon is on the upswing. Okay. But basically, I'm going to be doing some work. This is just falling on such an interesting, in such an interesting way that our recognized first day of spring is happening right on top of a new moon, which is a time of new beginnings. It's part of the rhythm of new beginnings. So the end of the old, the beginning of a new cycle. So this is an excellent time to focus yourself on finishing up clearing. I mean, we're really working, we have been working on clearing away debris, old energetic junk that we don't need anymore. Most of us have been doing that. Like I say, I call it the iceberg, or I call it the onion layers. We have really, really, really been working on that, haven't we? And we've gone through quite a lot, and quite a lot of them. And some of them have been pretty tough layers. You know how sometimes you'll hit an onion, a piece of an onion is much tougher than the rest. And some of the layers are like that. Oh, by the way, this is chai green tea, which I didn't always know existed, but apparently, why not? Because chai is just tea with a lot of spices in it. If you want to simulate chai tea, you could do a pretty decent job of just putting pumpkin pie spice in tea. But but this is green chai tea, and it's actually pretty good. I put honey and extra cinnamon in there. A little bit of milk. That's tradition, milk and honey. Mm. Oh, that's so good. Yes, recommended, absolutely. Let's see. Now, still feeling the wonderful vibe of that. It's such a lovely vibe. Chai tea and honey and cinnamon and milk. Oh, wonderful vibration. This is definitely a time to have gratitude for newness, to have gratitude that to have faith in the future. Time to start planting gardens. I want to get into some things we can do to celebrate spring that quite often people turn into rituals and ceremonies and stuff. And we will get into that. And then tomorrow, I hope it looks like it's going to be nice out. I might be able to be outside, but if so, I'll be on a lot early. And then we're supposed to have, since it's new moon, Monday night should be the card reading, which what I'm going to try and do is have a spring fling earlier on, and then an outdoors, maybe in the great outdoors, if possible, and then have card readings later on that night, tomorrow night. So we're going to see how that all works out. It's going to have to be spontaneous or nothing. Seems like that's my life. I try to plan, but spontaneity seems to be one of those things that I have to allow for. So, I gotta say, I am getting to the point where I'm feeling a lot better. The changes I've made. Oh, that's another thing. This is a great time to make changes in your diet, in your lifestyle. So the change, you're working with the energy. We always say in magic, it's good to work with the flow of the energy rather than against it. It turns out it just gives you that extra push. So instead of fighting it, why fight it? Why fight the flow? Use the flow. The flow right now is newness, is clearing out and newness. So we work with that flow and things springing, new energy coming. We're having new energy coming. We're being fed new energy. This is the first impulses of spring. We've been having that. Actually, we've been having it early. Everything is wanting to sprout right now. It has been wanting to sprout for about a month. So it's been an early spring here. Absolutely. And Cowboy called it right. He said, "You don't need no stinking groundhog. I'll tell you it's spring. You know, it's going to be an early spring." He was shedding his winter fur, you know, really heavy. I mean, see, there's his normal shedding. I mean, they shed every day of the year. The Manx cat sheds every day of the year, believe me. But they undergo a shedding of their winter coat, and it's voluminous. Okay, when they do that, it's pretty voluminous, and so he had this mass voluminous shedding of his winter undercoat last month. So I knew it was going to be an early spring. Hey, Linda. Hey, James. How you doing? Hi. So yeah, I knew it was going to be an early spring. So we got spring energies coming in. This is a great time to ride that wave and do the clearings, do the healing, do the take the fresh energy that's coming through. We get given fresh energy every night in this region, in this area of the world, part of the world. It comes in about 3 or 4 o'clock in the early hours every single night, right? That's when the new energy starts rushing in of a day around here. It's just the way the place works. But also we have a bigger cycle. This is why the Mayans had cycles and cycles and cycles. One of the bigger cycles is the yearly cycle. So, and that's the spring cycle. We get an inrush of energy, an extra boost twice a year. And actually, if you're in a warm place, you get it in the fall too. You get an extra boost in the fall. And of course, because the other side of the world is experiencing spring. So we actually experience that influx of energies twice a year. And if we're in the position to use it, you can use it both times. And so a lot of people won't tell you that, but that is the way it is. So, and you can feel it if you get used to feeling the energy, you can feel that there is energy moving at these times. Okay, and I think I'm really pretty sure then, because remember, macrocosm, microcosm, since we see that kind of pattern daily and yearly, bi-yearly, we also would probably find it in terms of our solar system. There is probably a larger solar system energy boost that comes. I'm not familiar with that. I got to do some. I just recently thought of this. There's got to be one. I think I've even heard of this before. So, you know, as we go out into the macrocosm, there's got to be a corollary. So I'm gonna see if I can check out and see what that would be. And I'm sure the Mayans had a name for it, because they had a name for every darn cycle. Okay. And they had their cycles and cycles and cycles. They were really well aware of this. And I did have a Mayan teacher, so I might be able to call on that, you know, kind of like, hey, can y'all give me some info on this? Send me some info my way, because it'd be nice to know. But I think we're about to have that. we're either in the midst of having it or we're about to have it because things are getting shook up. So I do have a lot of stuff to tell you. And like I said, hopefully tomorrow will go well. If not, well, we can move it on down to Wednesday because there's an orb of several days before and after. You know, we can even still do some stuff on Wednesday, so it's not a big deal. But let's see what else is going on. Okay, I'm going to give people a chance to file in. And in order to do that, I'm going to put on my intro. Remember, and say my disclaimer. Remember, this is just tips, tricks, and hacks for playing that massively multiplayer, total immersion, virtual reality, holofractal learning game called Life on Planet Earth. And has nothing to do with reality, which takes place outside the Matrix. Okay, so let's get ready here and do the intro. Hey, and it's telling me that nobody's chatting in here. And there you are anyway. Just goes to show you how accurate. So it never gives me an accurate account of who is on and who is not. By the way, I got some goodies in. I got some beads. These are Charoite, I believe. And some really cool evil eye beads. Not that I feel like I need the protection. I just think they're really cool. I just like the look of them. The little eyeballs. Lots and lots of little eyeballs in multicolors. So I'm going to make some jewelry with those. And some goodies with those. Anyway, so I'm talking about spring, and I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. I have my notes. Hope these are the right notes. Yes. Okay, good. I do have a couple of notes that I take every now and then to remind myself. So some of the stuff I'm going to do tonight is going to be to get us ready for this change. I'm going to use, like I said, though, I'm going to use the upswing for the actual, more like a ceremony, because this is right now the downswing of the, we're going right into the new moon. So, oh, you have some bracelets with evil eye beads. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so some of the things that we can do in the spring that are very, you want to do things that are very life affirming. And things that prove you have faith in the future. And I think right now it's really important to have faith in the future. I think it's really going to be up to those of us who can hold the vibration of having faith in the future to make it so, to make the good things happen. I think it's sort of a exercise in trust to plant a garden. Hey, Mary Wins. Hi. Yeah, basically, I saw another plaque that said something like, to plant a garden is to have faith in the future. So one of the things that is not uncommon traditionally is to do a ceremony of planting seeds or roots that you want to sprout, and planting a magical intention along with that, and then nurturing it and getting it to grow. So, this is one of the ways you can honor spring, because this is what spring is about: new life, new energy coming in. I'm doing great. How are you? I'm actually feeling a lot better. You know what? I got to tell you, this is the way it is here. Went to a potluck. I'm trying to get social. Like I said, I'm trying to get social, go to the social stuff, go to the potlucks and the coffees here at this building. But there are some challenges to it. It's like showing up at these things puts you right on the rumor mill. And whenever somebody's gone, a lot of times they're talking about them behind their back. So if you're showing up, then you're probably getting talked about too. So when you're not there. So, I may tell the story, but not tonight. We got something different we're doing tonight. I may tell it sometime. How that's going. But, one thing is, however it's going, it gives us opportunities. It gives us opportunities to try something, to try and heal. I think I did say it. I've been presented with opportunities to heal an unhealed part of myself that attracts this. And we all have unhealed parts of ourselves. And sometimes just making a decision to heal that will change things. Just making a decision that I'm going to heal that and get through that, rather than just walking away and hiding from it. There's a lot of this spiritual bypass thing happening with energy workers. It's very common. Like I said, there's even a name for it. They call it the spiritual bypass, where you're running up against something that's inharmonious with you, that's bringing up an unhealed part. And you just say, well, I'm going to give it a miss. I'm going to ignore it, put it out of my life, walk away from it, etc. Pretend, just kind of go right around it, whatever. But a lot of times, what you really need to do, and actually most of the time, is deal with it and use it as a opportunity to heal that part of you that drew that experience. And once you heal that part of yourself, then you stop having to have that experience. And it's always true, and that's been proven to me. It's always true that once you get a lesson, you really get what it means. You really understand it and learn it. You don't get that lesson again. You may get it like one more extra time to make sure you really learned it. And then from there on, you usually don't run into that much anymore, or maybe ever. So a lot of times, once you get yourself healed and clear your way through a lesson, you don't have to deal with it anymore. So it's well worth not doing this. But now I understand there are times when you're just not feeling up to it, and you do the spiritual bypass because you're just not feeling like you can handle it. That's okay. But this being spring and this being a new moon, if you're encountering anything that you need to do that with, it's a good time to take this opportunity. This is a great time that if something comes up to be healed, to heal it, to work on healing it, not run away from it, not bypass it, but plow right into it and get her done. Get through it, learn whatever it is, and get through it. Just get through it. If it's standing up for yourself, if it's dealing with troublesome people, if it's, whatever it is, it's a good time to deal with it. Just deal with it. So, oh, Louis Ta came in. Hi, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Hey, did Michelle come in? Michelle! Hey, how you doing? Michelle, my belle. Okay. Let's see. Louis Ta had a family of 4 adult and 2 juvenile red-haired Bigfoots romping on the streets in a funny dream. Oh, that's really cool, Louis. A family of Bigfoots in your dream, huh? Was romping on the streets. Was you know what? If we ever get our heads out of our behinds, that actually might be possible. We might be able to all get along. There was somebody who did a remote view of the future and actually saw something like that. Saw robots, people, aliens, and some kind of what they called a hairy beast, all living and playing together happily and peacefully in all the burbs. Uh, and they were like shocked, but everybody was getting along and just rather happily. And, I think I'd rather see that future. I mean, the kind of future that scary people are, shouldn't put it that way. People who are frightened themselves, not just frightening people, but people who are frightened. Our building is not a good one. We really should be thinking about what would it be like if it worked out in a great way. Because we know it's coming. We know it's there. We know that the ETs exist. We know that the Bigfoot exists. And we know that AI is coming. We got to really put our thoughts towards, if we want to survive all this, and in a good way, it looks to me like we better put our interests and our energies in imagining that this all comes out well. And it can come out well. Okay? So, that would not be a bad remote view. I would love to see that. If I could look into the future and see that, I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that kind of future where we're all getting along. Yeah. Ah. Okay. So, yeah. So it'd be nice to have some peace on Earth. So basically, we're going to do one of the things I want to do tonight is the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind that I got off of the Elmero Locker site. And this one we've done before, but it's a really good one for getting your subconscious working on problem instead of having to do everything consciously. Consciously enlisting your unconscious, and putting it on autopilot so that it's working in the background like a program running in the background, because you got programs running in the background anyway all the time. A lot of them are causing the screw ups that you face. So, and difficulties and so on. So you might as well install some programs running in the background that are going to be helpful, right? Okay. So we'll work on that a little bit. And see what else is going on. Okay. I do have that. And I might add a few to the ones that I had done before. Yeah. And I'm just trying to hear how to word things is all. That's the only difference. And I do that spontaneously. I have to say, a lot of times when you're hearing it, I'm hearing it. There are things that come out of my mouth that's news to me too. Occasionally it's like I'm telling myself this too, along with the rest of you. So I'll say something. I'll be like, oh, geez, I only just now got that. Like right during a show. That's always exciting. So that's one of the wonderful things. And then I can just share it spontaneously. I love that. I just love that effect. I'm keeping an eye on baby here. What? What? A belly rub? We're doing a show. You want a belly rub? Well, here's a few belly rubs. Little fluffy belly, I can never resist. Such a sweet little boy. Such a sweet little boy. Although he can be a little dangerous sometimes. He's got a killer hunting urge, and they all do. But Manxes have a particularly strong hunting urge. And when one of the targets is your charging cable, the magnetic charging cable, that's not good. No. But, he can't help himself. He wants to play with that magnetic charging cable. It's a good thing it has a really tough outer. I got one really tough one, so he can't do very much to it, but, Oh, I understand, Linda. I get that once in a while. Fortunately, not too often anymore. Yeah, whatever is going on, yeah, I understand. Yep. I can't let him outside to hunt. I'm in an apartment building, and I got to keep him in. Fortunately, we have a much bigger apartment, and he has plenty of space here. So he has a lot of room to move around if he wants to, but frankly, he spends most of his time, because he's an older guy, he spends most of his time either in the front room watching out the window, watching people walk the dogs, where he's nice and safe and can just flirt with everybody, or he is in here making himself really comfortable on the bed, on the pillows, because I have many pillows on my bed, and some of these really silky pillowcases, Galaxy pillowcases, and he just loves those, and he'll like so, and or he's asking for a belly rub. He's perfectly happy being a homebody. He's fine with it. He doesn't even have any interest in going outside. He'll just stare out the window and he's fine. So I'm really fortunate that way. He has absolutely no urge to get up and leave, and he's happy here. He's really happy. So works works out well. Oh, I do have some cat toys. He does. He has a killer urge. I mean, as old as he is and as slow as he usually moves, when he's going after something, he's like still lightning fast. So, make no mistake, anything that, if something gets in here like a spider or something and he sees it, he's like on that thing and it's lunch. So he'll eat it. He'll kill it and he'll eat it. It's gone. Whatever it is. And then sometimes he throws it up. Doesn't always work in his stomach, um but that's hunting instinct. I'm glad to see it. They've still got it. It's one of the things cats still have, domestic cats. Even if they don't have their nictating membranes anymore. One of the weirdest Mandela effects. Used to have nictating membranes. We did too, apparently. We had that third eyelid. We've got the remnants of it in the corners of our eye. So it would have been an eyelid that closed sideways over our eye. And we don't have it anymore, but we have the remnants of it. Hey, Witch Moon, how you doing? No, we don't mind. A lot of people do that. A lot of people just listen. I do a lot of clearings and healings and stuff like that. And a lot of people just listen. It's okay. It's fine. Frequency. Yeah. Yeah. Well, belly rubs make everything better. The frequency of a belly rub is pretty good. He thinks so. He thinks the belly rub frequency is great. He's down for it all the time, right? Yeah. He says, "Oh yeah, Mom. The cowboy belly rub frequency." You're such a sweet boy. Anyway, let's see. The night after St. Patrick's Day, Louis Toss says, I had a cute dream about a choir concert singing For Good from Wicked, and some of them magically turned green, like the Wicked Witch of the West. El Baba. Oh, that's kind of cool. The cowboy belly rub frequency. We gotta record that, right? And it'd be I have the frequency of him purring while he's getting a belly rub. Yeah, that'd probably be very healing because he just squeezes his eyes like cats do when they're saying they love you. I don't know if you know that, but cats will do these eye squeezes to say I love you. That's affection. and he'll just squeeze his eyes over and over. I love you, I love you, I love you. Louis, that sounds like quite a dream. I wish I had cute dreams. Sometimes it'd be nice to have a cute dream. Usually I have dreams that are not cute. I'm working. No wonder I'm tired. I dream and I'm working in my dreams almost all the time. Wonder I'm tired sometimes, huh? Because um, and recently I did have a dream. One of our people here, um, I dreamed of her house, and I got it right. I got some things right about the whole situation in her life that took place earlier, and now I have to work on that because she's having something that she needs help with. So I I got all the details right and didn't even know, but I knew it probably was her because it looked like a young version of her. So it'll be good for her to get what that is cleared out. I haven't got all the information on it yet, and I'm going to ask her if we can tell the story. Um, Only one nightmare about a spirit of woman looking through the window. Oh, well, good for you. I don't exactly get nightmares. I just get weird dreams. Like, they're not exactly nightmares. Um, if it's something that's like a nightmare, it's trying to warn me of something. And that's exactly what happened with this, is that this was one of us that has been having some things happen, and uh, I didn't know that at the time, what exactly had gone on. And I got in touch with that person, and sure enough, the details checked out. That means we have to. And it was kind of a frightening dream, could be, but I wasn't frightened. I just took action in the dream, which is what I always do. I'm so used to it now that it's like you can't even jump me when I'm sleeping. You can't do it. If you try and jump me in my sleep, I will hurt you even worse. I will hit you even worse. Not necessarily hit you, but I mean, I will get rid of you. If you try, something bad tries to jump on me in a dream, it's pretty much toast. It's almost immediately. It's almost quicker, really. It's almost the worst time. So you'd be jumping on me in a dream, you'd be asking for it. Ah, Mooney. Mooney. Mooney? Who's Mooney? Oh. Okay. Well, this must be about the play, right? Okay. Or something. Okay. Well, I didn't even know that was her name, Elphaba, huh? That was the witch's name. Yeah. Hmm. All I could remember was the bad witch. You know a lot more than I do about that. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the power of your infinite intelligence, of your subconscious, to affect some things. First, though, like I said, the things you can do to celebrate spring are things that celebrate growth, newness, um, things that you'd like to see accelerated, or things that you'd like to see start. So that's why planting a seed is a great one. It's one of the ones that I recommend, and definitely, if weather permitting, if you can, get out into nature. And that's what I'm going to try to do for tomorrow, because we're supposed to have 45, 50 degrees, which is warm enough to get out there a little bit. So I'm going to try and get out there and video a little bit, maybe have a little bit of live outdoor stuff going on. We'll see. And if it doesn't work out tomorrow, it might work out for Wednesday, because we're going to have warmer weather. We're pretty much done with our cold weather now. I think probably for the year, it probably won't get really, really cold now, except at night it's still going to be kind of cold, but we won't be getting the really cold temperatures, I don't think, again. After today, I think we're pretty much done with it. Pretty much. But this is Ohio. We have unpredictable weather patterns here anyway. We always have had. Heck, the only thing that could happen to Ohio that would truly be a climate change for Ohio is if the weather got stable. If it ever got really stable, where we could really tell what was going to happen, real predictable, that would be a weather that would definitely be a climate change for us, because Ohio is very unpredictable weather most of the time. All you can be sure of is, for the most part, it'll be colder in winter and warmer in summer, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can get pretty cold in summer and pretty warm in winter. You know, you can go out on January 1st. I was out on the Millennia January 1st. We were in our shirt sleeves grilling, t-shirts grilling. And well, I also had to bundle up on, in August. So in July or August. So you've got to gotta love Ohio. Keeps you on your toes. And you spent 28 years of your life in Ohio? Oh, you poor thing. It's beautiful here. It is a beautiful place. Ohio is gorgeous, really. But there's a lot going on in Ohio. A lot. So let's see. Is there anything else I should tell you before we get on with it? Well, let's get on with our ohms and our breathing anyway, so that we can feel really good. Okay? Because this always helps you feel better. We'll get our expansions in, we'll get our breathing and everything going. We'll feel really good. Really good. Then we'll talk a little bit more. Well, you got to come up and visit sometime. You miss Ohio once in a while, huh? Yeah, Ohio is actually a weird and wonderful state, both. Both. Very weird, very wonderful, both. You know, there's a lot of woo in Ohio. Let me tell you. It's a hotbed of paranormal woo all the time. It is also a wonderful place of wonder. Many, Indian mounds, and so we got our Sasquatch. We certainly do. Plenty of because we have Great Lakes. We have plenty of sightings over the Great Lakes of craft and stuff, and over in our skies. Randomly taking pictures of the sky, you're gonna probably get something in the picture. Just random taking a picture of the sky. If there's clouds in the sky, you might be able to catch seeing, a triangular shadow through the clouds, or whatever. Or sometimes you'll see other strange things up there. But yep, Ohio. In almost every time I go out there, there's something. I'm photographing. I take some photographs, find out later what the heck I photographed. Mm, yeah, it is very haunted. It is. It really is. Something must have happened here. And you know what? I don't think it's by accident that it's roughly heart-shaped and called the heart of it all. I don't think it's an accident at all. I think there's symbolism in that. And all these things that are happening to Ohio is striking at the heart of the nation, the heartland. We are in the heartland. You know, 20 minutes away, you got Amish land. Actually, it starts sooner than that, but you're right down in the heart of Hartville, 20 minutes away, and you're in literally what they call Hartville. And it's farmland and Amish country, and it's actually now if I had some money, I might move out that way because very nice area, very calm area. Um, as far as the vibe is very calm down there. I like the vibe, and they have their lovely flea market down there, Hartville Flea Market. Uh, I like to go to. It's so much better. It's like an open air country mall in the summer, but it's better than a mall. And then in the winter, they have an enclosed area that's really nice. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. For a flea market type place, it's nice. Of course, during the winter, it's mostly just regular vendors. So, yeah, and Ohio is very beautiful in the autumn and in the spring. So, but yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that Ohio is roughly heart-shaped, and it's right about where the heart would be, the heart of the nation. And it's called, the heart, and it's in the heart, what is called the heartland. So I'm still I'm still trying to coordinate with Paul about when we're gonna do a clearing for Ohio, and he's got a special technique he's going to use that he's used before. We've done this before when we were working under One United Earth. I had on Facebook, I had a group called One United Earth. We had people from all over the world again. Like now, we had people from all parts of the earth that were helping us affect this change. So, oh, West Indiana. Yeah, lots of farms. Yeah, we have a lot of food being grown here. We are very blessed to be able, like I can still get eggs here, dozen eggs under $5, organic. Milk. I could get organic milk for less than $5. I mean, I can go to our Aldi's and get it for like $3.75 or something. It's like, and then I can get duck eggs when they're in the season. I can get a dozen for $4, which every one of them is worth 2 hen eggs. They're as big as 2 hen eggs. We are blessed here. We can get pastured meat. We can get fresh vegetables when the vegetables start coming in. Vegetables right from here are local. We are so blessed. Honestly, Ohio has so many blessings. And it really pisses me off that somebody's trying to fuck with that. Pardon my French. But, somebody's trying to mess with that, and I don't like it. These toxic spills and stuff, it's affecting everybody. We've got to do something about it. Well, you don't have to. I wish you would. I hope you do. I'm inviting you to help. But I'm the shaman, a shaman. It's our job. to handle this kind of thing, to mitigate these kinds of things. It's our job. So, yes, 1111, just as I'm saying, it's our job and we're going to handle it. Yep. And don't you think for 1 minute that we don't have the ability to do that. We do. We can shift all of this stuff, okay? We can shift it all. Remember who you are. You are divine. I am divine. We are divine. We are divine creator beings. We can shift this. And the power of the universe is with us on this. The power of creation is with us on this, okay? When we're doing something for the good of all, that goes double. When it's not just for our own good, but the good of everybody involved, that goes double. You know, the power of the earth, she likes that too. Mother Earth likes balance, okay, and likes to see us taking our place, doing our job, helping her out, fulfilling our function. I still say we're meant to be the stewards here. We're meant to be the people who take care of things, who notice things, who can dream, who can create. We have that ability. We are the creatures who can dream and create and build. I think we're supposed to be the students. I believe that, or the stewards, and the students as well as the students. Yeah, the students too, definitely. But the stewards, we're supposed to take care of the place. We're supposed to be the ones making sure that stuff doesn't get out of hand and things happen in a good way. And we need to take that back up and not, you know, we are the cavalry coming over the hill. Realize we're the cavalry. Why? Because we're the ones that are awake. We're the ones that are noticing. We're the ones that know we have power. We're the ones that haven't given up all our power. We're the ones that are willing to put forth a little energy towards doing it, right? A lot of people are ready to be complacent. So if you're somebody who's willing to do something towards it, you're different than a lot of people. Warriors of the Rainbow, exactly. Yes. Ah, okay. Yes. Yeah, the Hopi prophecy. Hi, Patricia V. How are you doing? So that's really, I think, what our next steps are as we go into what people are calling 5D, or whatever you want to call it, the new vibration, new earth, whatever you want to call what we're heading for. We are heading for a new vibration. We're heading for a new frequency. It's a frequency shift. And I think that is going to be what we do in that new place, in the ascended earth, is we are going to be the stewards of that. We're going to be the ones who notice things and make sure that things stay in balance and help her run things. I mean, be part of the circuit, you know, of the chain of command, so to speak. Not exactly command, but basically intelligence. I mean, we're part of the neural network of the earth. That's another way to look at it. We're part of the sensing organs of the earth because we are part of the earth. The earth gave you your body, your Abby, your little Abby that you run around in. That comes from Mother. That comes from the earth. And we're part of the neural network. We're part of how she sees, how she hears, how she feels things. We're part of that. We're not separate. People have got to realize this. We are not separate from the earth. Everything's trying to separate us from everything. Did you notice? Everything wants to separate you from everything else. Black people from white people, rich people from poor people, and, this from that and that from the other, and, and you from nature, and you from God, and you from, your own spirituality, your own power. You know, you are God. I am God. We are God. We're God. We're all God, experiencing what it is to be God. Okay, this is what 3D life is like. This is how God experiences 3D life. It's an interesting experience. Now we're going to go into experiencing a 5D type reality. Okay. So, I'm great, Patricia. I'm really fired up tonight. I love spring. Spring is my favorite season. I'm a spring fairy. If I was going to be a fairy, I'd be the spring fairy. Yep. Also, I wanted to mention that one of the goddesses of this time would be Persephone, rising from the underworld, which is basically nature reawakening in the northern hemisphere. And the colors, I ascribe the colors purple and green to that, because a lot of the early spring plants, I think I might add yellow to that. Yellow, purple, and green. The early spring plants, the crocuses that first come up, the first flowers that come up, are usually yellow and purple. You got your crocuses that are yellow and purple. You got, and possibly white. You got these little white flowers too that come up. So, but, and the greening is the green, everything going green, finally the green coming back. So, Persephone, yes, that would be Persephone energy. So, that would be honoring your Persephone persona, okay? Your inner Persephone. And you can do that whether you're male or female. The rebirth, the coming back from the dead, from the underworld, from the dark underworld. And it's interesting because we had a Venus-Jupiter conjunction, and that would kind of work, actually. That would kind of be Persephone returning to her family. So, and that would be a sign. It's time for Persephone to really return to her family for a while. And I'm trying to think if Amaterasu would also be related to, which is Japanese, I believe, the sun. So, and Sol. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Persephone was kidnapped by Hades, yes. And there's a lot of symbology, a lot of imagery, a lot of story to that, really. A lot more story than most people ever tell you about that. It's very deep mystery. But she had to be kidnapped by him in order to have her family, her husband. He is actually her mate. He is her divine complement. They are divine complements of each other. And in order for them to have their relationship, that had to happen. And I don't feel that during the time she is in the underworld with him that she's unhappy there. But, she is also happy to see her family again. So I think that once again, there's a balance there. The below ground and the above ground balance. So this is another balancing time, which is why it's called an equinox. This is why we call it the equinox, is because it's equal day and night. And so celebrating the equinox is celebrating spring, is celebrating the Persephone story too. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden symbolism in that, in imagery. Maybe we'll talk about Persephone a little at some point in this spring too. I might kind of go into that story a little bit more and tell you how I see it, or how I am. I think I have gotten some downloads about that not everybody got, about that story. Ken Rotman, well, good to see you, Mr. Aussie. You Aussies, where you been, you Aussie? No, we need to be complete as Marilena to show up. She's from South Africa. Then we'll have somebody from everywhere. Oh, do we have a Canada person yet? Nope, we haven't got a Canadian in yet. Usually a Canadian makes their way in at some point. Oh, you got your off-grid island. Oh, Ken, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you that you got that. I'm kind of looking for that myself. I'd be going for that. You're getting your off-grid island. That's so good. Yeah, I want my off-grid place. I'm looking for it. Okay, so let's do our exercise so we can feel great. Okay, are you ready? First thing I want you to do is get your spine straight. Get your spine nice and straight and push your chakras back to your spine and snap them on there in alignment. You can do this yourself. You can just, and it's funny because if you're doing it right, you can kind of feel it happen. And you can also kind of feel them snap onto your spine. It's kind of odd, isn't it? That you know exactly how to do that. It's, it's like raising your arm. You don't think, gee, I wonder how I'm going to raise my arm. How exactly do I do it? You just do that. And there they are. They're back there. Okay. They're all lined up. Oh, good. Yeah, you don't need to go somewhere to get that done. Unless they're chronically out. And then you might need some work on it. Might need someone to help you with it. And if so, just let me know. I can probably help with that. There are a lot of people that help with that kind of work. Let's see. Be moving back to where you were living before at the beach and lakes in about 3 weeks. Oh, at the beach. Yeah, remember you were at a beach. Yeah. Oh, so you'll be on a beach. Oh, nice for you. Life will be a beach for you. Good for you. You Aussies had it hard during the lockdowns and stuff. You guys really had it, man. They really kicked you guys around during all of that. I'm glad you got away from the place with all the snakes and everything, though. You were just, every time I turned around, I was hearing about you having snakes coming into your place and fires and all that stuff. Man, it was bad. I'm so glad you got clear of that and all of that. So Yeah, you know what? That's another thing, people. If you get the urge to move, you probably should do it because we're all, getting shifted around to the places that we need to be. And I certainly would have died if I hadn't shifted here. So it took a lot of doing, but we did it. I shifted here. And next thing, we're going to do our ohms. So, and if you can't have a breath as long as mine, that's okay. Just follow along as best you can. And so here we go. We're going to start. Take a nice breath, a couple of nice breaths. Just go. Sigh. Ah, ah, okay. It's nice. It's nice to be able to breathe. It's nice to be able to be in a dry, warm place. Feel gratitude. Feel some. I am asking you to feel gratitude because that will raise your vibration immediately. If you have anything to feel gratitude about, that will, and you can always find something that will raise your vibration immediately. So in a pinch, when you need your vibe to rise, become grateful for something. Become thankful. Gosh, it's great. Isn't it wonderful that I have this? Isn't it wonderful that I have a dry, warm place to be when it's cold out or whatever? Isn't it great that I still have my hands, I still have my feet, I still have warm clothes to wear, I still have enough food, all of that. And the more grateful you are, the more thankful you are, the more you ride that vibe, the more you'll get. Okay, and I'm becoming the queen of abundance, honestly. And even though it's not in cash, it's in every other darn thing. I have, gosh, I don't know what. I think it's this top. Something about this top is kind of itchy. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is around the neckline. But so if you see me doing that, it's like because the neckline feels kind of rough. I haven't worn this in a long time. It's got sparkles on it, though. I think that has something to do with it. With Beagle Annie. Right. Well, that can happen. Yeah, can. Sometimes we have to take it easy, you know? Yeah. No, take it easy when you must. That's another thing. Love yourselves. Listen to what your body is telling you. You got to listen to your cycles of, the cycles of nature. Your body is telling you you shouldn't be doing this. It might be right. Maybe you should think of doing something other. Okay. Let's do the ohms. 1, 2, 3. Ah, oh, that feels good. Take a moment to appreciate how that feels. Take a moment to appreciate how much your body likes that. How that vibrated to your bones. Ah, it's nice. It really feels good. Now we're going to do our vowels because remember, spelling is spelling. Spelling is a spell. And vowels in the hierarchy are at the top. They are to get energy moving. Consonants are to cut the energy short. So vowels are energy moving, consonants are stopping the energy. So let's get the energy moving with our vowels. And yes, I make the joke, we're having a good vowel movement. I know. Don't take that the wrong way. It's just for a laugh. I made a PhD crack up with that one. Anyway, she was doing a nutritional thing and her vowels talking about her vowels frequency. And I don't think she'll forget that. But anyway, that's another thing. I'm always thankful for my sense of humor. It helps get me through everything, all kinds of things. If I didn't have that, I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would ever handle life if I didn't have my sense of humor. Some of these humorless people, how do they get through? How do they get by? Okay. So we'll do our vowels. Wow. Woohoo. If you do that right, you'll feel high as a kite afterwards. Oh, okay, just enjoy that a moment. Yeah, I do that and I just feel like, whee! Oh, that's much better. Okay. While we're at it and while we're expanding, let's expand ourselves out. Just take the edges of your being, your beautiful being, which is not meant to be stuffed into a tiny Abby. It's only meant to interface with it. This little Abby body that we have here is just a tiny, 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 infinitesimal thing, part of us. So let's stretch ourselves out. Nice. Fluff ourselves out. Our energy. Feel where your edges are, how you're trying to compress yourself in a body, and let yourself expand out of there now. Get all the crinkles and wrinkles and folds out. And fluff yourself up. And expand bigger than wherever you are, bigger than your state, bigger than the planet, bigger than the solar system, and keep going. And somewhere out there, when you get tired of expanding, you can stop. You can stop consciously doing it, but know that you're way bigger even than that, okay? Yeah, you're way bigger even than that. Your being is huge. So huge. Okay. This little Abby here is barely a speck compared. You wouldn't even barely notice it on a map if they were trying to map you and you're trying to find your little Abby body here. You know, barely be a speck. So realize that you're much bigger than any situation that your little Abby encounters, even though it doesn't seem like it. Ah, you've been here 3 months. I thought you were telling me you were going to move. Okay, well, anyway, um, I hope you're I hope you're enjoying it. I can't keep up with that. Yeah, I can't hardly keep up with everything everybody's telling me they're up to. People are shifting around a lot right now. So I'm sorry if I forget exactly what your situation is, just remind me, because it's been a while since I've been able to keep up with everybody's movements. Ah, you feel your third eye pulsing. That's all. Okay. Well, that's always a good sign, Lewis. I just feel better, and in a kind of an indefinable way. I just feel, well, yeah, I guess I can say happier. I was pretty happy coming in, but relaxed, more relaxed, not feeling tension. Yeah. And yeah, feeling a little feeling right here. So that's always good. Um, Next one is send our roots down so we can get some space. Got to send our tap root down. So take your tap root, comes right off the end of your spine. You can imagine it that way anyway. You can send, or you can imagine it going through your feet, but you send your roots down, 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 down into the earth, remembering that you are a part of the earth. Your little Abby is part of the earth and needs that nurturing. Okay? Your little Abby needs that nurturing that the earth can give you. And she is perfectly willing to give it to you, too. She actually delights in that when you interface with her and you send your roots down. So, you keep going and you keep going and you keep going until you feel that you break through into another space and you feel that there is a lot of space there and a lot of free energy, a lot of beautiful and very nurturing energy there, and a lot of space. That also gives you this feeling of spaciousness because trying to do things when you're feeling kind of cramped and boxed in is not good, not preferable. It's kind of hard. So we expand ourselves. And this doesn't mean being out of your body. Your body is actually in your field, in your quantum field. So trying to be all the way in your body is just not possible. However, you can be interfacing, touching in your body. It will be, but your body is actually within your soul, within your spirit, rather than the other way around. You are, of course, in here too, sort of like if you put a hollow container in water, well, the water is going to be in it as well, right? So it's kind of like that. So let's see. So it's a bit like that. Okay, so we've done those. Time to do our oxygenation, our breathing. And the breathing really puts you in a nice state. Go further with this. So I'm going to count for you. We're going to do 10 of these. And these 10 breaths will be a 4 count in, a 6 count out. And when you breathe out, it's good to breathe out through your mouth. Usually breathe in through your nose. You can breathe out through your nose too. But this time, for some reason, I'm hearing that you need to breathe out through your mouth. And maybe to get all the stale air out so you can get it out all the way. Okay. So I'm going to count for you. Okay. It doesn't take that long to do. Okay, so here we go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is going to oxygenate your body a little bit, and you should feel pretty good there. Okay, that'll help your little Abby feel a little better too. Uh, yeah, you sure do, Ken. You need running water and electricity, and yeah, you need to be comfortable sometimes when you're not feeling well. All right, when you need to repair yourself, you need some comfort. Okay, so now that you've oxygenated yourself, you've expanded yourself, I'm going to read some statements here that I want your subconscious to listen to. So now that you're in that sort of state where you're relaxed and your subconscious may be a bit more receptive, hopefully, well, I am going to read you some statements. So, my dear sweet subconscious minds of everybody who is tuned in, please hear and follow along and know that I'm trying to help you and the human that you're attached to, that you are part of. Okay? We're trying to keep you safe. We're trying to improve your status. So, Here we go. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is solving every issue in my life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my every desire. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my place in life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me in every way that my desires are already met. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me in every way that I am fully loved and supported by the universe. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me in all ways that the universe has my back and is always looking out for me and my good. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is solving every issue in my life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my every desire. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my true place in life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind brings to me everything that I need to feel happy, healthy, and productive. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind makes sure that I am cared for in every possible way. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind cares for me, looks after me, and sees to my good at every moment, at every time, every instance. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is always seeking my good. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is always making it a win-win situation. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is solving every issue in my life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my every desire. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my true place in life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me my purpose. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me my true place in life. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is solving every issue in my life. Everything is being solved. Everything is being worked out in a beneficial way. I know that my subconscious is capable of doing this. Right. And now that we have placed some new programming, that we are strengthening some of the beneficial programming, some further beneficial programming. This spring is going to be spring like no other. This spring is going to be a time of the most miraculous changes. We will see miracles happen. We will see corruption dissolving away. We will see corruption dissolving away. We will see corruption dissolving away. Abracadabra, as I speak it, so it is. As I speak it, so it is. As I speak it, so it is. This spring is going to be the most miraculous time. We will see changes in front of our eyes that we have long sought for and desired. This spring is going to be a most miraculous season. We are going to see growth of the things that we always desired to have on this earth. And we will see the removal of things that need to be removed. We will see the weeding take place, the weeding out of all that hinders our infinite good here on this world. This is a most miraculous spring. We will be seeing so many hopeful signs amid what looks to be strictly chaos and destruction. We will see that the new sprouts are coming up of the new earth, and it's going to be fine. No matter what it looks like, it's going to be fine. The earth has her wisdom. The earth is a big planet. She is powerful. She will bring new life. She will bring forth life. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is powerful. I am a divine creator being. I and my fellow divine creator beings are making the frequency of the new planet Earth. We will help her rebirth herself, and she will be magnificent and beautiful jewel that she was always meant to be. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind will make it a win-win. We will work in partnership with the earth, with the other life forms, with each other, to make this an even greater place than anyone ever imagined. We unleash the power of our subconscious, our infinitely powerful subconscious, to imagine the dreams of the imaginational cells as the imaginational cells of the butterfly do, to build the new beautiful butterfly. We unleash the power of those imaginational cells to recreate ourselves and our world. Those imaginational cells now arise and take their place in creation as infinite creation and infinite creators. Those imaginational cells are us. We are the imaginational cells that bring forth the entirely new form Everything will be new. Everything is new. And this is already done. The infinite power and intelligence of our subconscious mind shows us that New Earth is already accomplished. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me that New Earth is already accomplished. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind shows me that New Earth is already accomplished. All right. Now, if you gently bring yourself back into your little Abby, from your attention back into this Abby. I told you every time you get on the woo ship, it's going to be a little different. Remember the woo ship? You don't need a ticket. All you have to do is come on in. And we take you to a new woo spot every time. A little bit different. Remember, we're going to gradually bump this into the reality we want. We're going to gradually come. Now I'm beginning to lose words. Okay, come back a minute. Quantum jump. We're using the quantum field to jump into just the next reality over where it's a little better and a little better and a little better. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be nudging ourselves into the better, 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 even though it looks worse sometimes. It's going to maybe look worse on the outside, but it's really going to be changing for the better. No matter what it looks like. Just decide that it is. And when I laugh like this, there is a spirit. And she's here. She's a fractal of me, and she really doesn't seem to have a name, except we have always called her She Who Laughs a Lot. She who finds humor. She smiles and laughs. She is a spirit of happiness and laughter, and very gentle and healing spirit. And she is here now. And so a woman who laughs a lot is here, and she is saying, no matter what it looks like, it's not as serious as it looks. You're bigger than the problem. You always have been. It only seems to be bad. Actually, your intentions are coming to fruition, but there has to be and change. So if you can keep your sense of humor and laugh, you'll get through this. Laughter is a high vibration. So keep yourselves happy and laughing through everything. So, God, I feel so much better. However, it is hard to keep myself here. I want to fly everywhere. Wee! Oh, my little cowboy. What? How you doing, baby? I hear some purr, purr, purr. Purr, purr, purr. Okay, he's purring. Yes. Yep, she's another one of my fractals, woman who laughs a lot. Woman, she has this very gentle healing energy. She just is just kind of, oh, it's not so serious. It just looks serious, but it's not that bad. Just allow yourself to laugh at it. Allow yourself to go along with that. Oh, and Cowboy is agreeing. Meow? Really? You guys hear that, right? He's talking to you. He's purring too. Yeah. This woman who laughs a lot talking to you too? Yeah? Must be. Isn't that something? Yes, the only way I can make it through this. No kidding. Absolutely. The only way I have made it through so many things is because of my sense of humor. And little cowboy wanted to say a few words and put in his 2 cents there. You heard him. Did you hear him squeak like a little baby? Like a baby cat? Yeah, you're feeling that spring energy, aren't you? You're feeling it. Oh, you want to say a few purrs to the audience there? Here, you guys got to hear this. I don't know if you can hear that. He's very purry. The purrs are just loud and glorious. So, okay, so my my little fella, he's a happy boy. Okay, thank you guys so much. Um, this is wonderful. Um, I hope you're getting what you need out of this because really, if if you got if you missed parts, you might want to play it back. Unfortunately, it's going to be archived on YouTube, and you're going to be able to play it back. So, I advise you to do that. Um, Definitely having the feeling that everything is going to work out and having the faith that it is, having the trust that it is also having trust in yourself. So if there is something, yeah, after it's over, go ahead and watch it again. Um, I want to do a couple of last minute clearings. Anybody have anything? I'm going to ask if there's anything that we need cleared out because this is a great time to clear things out. Is there anything we need cleared out right now? Or are we all doing pretty good? Or are we all that, let's see. Um, what attitudes, opinion, and judgments do we have that we can't shake the past? That we can't change the past? And it's going to follow us no matter where we go. It's not true. When you quantum jump, you can give yourself a new past. So, would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all that? I would. Okay, I now uncreate and destroy all that. Times a godzillion, times a godzillion, good and bad, right and wrong, pock and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What else? What attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that suffering is good for the soul? So I must somehow continue to suffer, or that suffering is what's keeping me safe somehow. That if it weren't for the suffering, I wouldn't be safe. Oddly enough, sometimes this is embedded in there that you need to suffer to be safe. And we know this is also not true. Would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all that? If so, just say or think yes. I now destroy and uncreate all of that. Times a godzillion, good and bad, right and wrong, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. All right. Oh, what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that the world is going to hell in a handbasket, and all of us along with it? And there's nothing we can do. We're just powerless humans. There's too much corruption. There's too much evil. It's all over. It's hopeless. We're helpless. All of that. Ah. Oh, and we know this is not true. This is not true. So, would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all that? Just think or say yes if so. Okay. And I now uncreate and destroy all of that. Times a godzillion, good and bad, right and wrong, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Ah. And I once again insert we are building the code of the new earth, and it will be fine. It will be beautiful. It will be all that we desire. It will be a win-win for everybody. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is making it so. And so it is. Abracadabra, 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 as I say, so it is. As I speak, so it is. So be it. Okay, there you go. Okay, you need clearing of anger. Mhm. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mary Wins. You showcased a show from last showcase the show. I've got something blocking that I can't see quite what you're saying. From last week, it says, congrats, Ocean. Thank you. Okay. That few could handle what you do. Yeah, Michelle, honestly, okay, I am going to make a video that you'll be able to play that has the affirmations on it. I will go ahead and do that. and then you can just play them whenever you can. But he's been screaming at the top of his lungs the whole show. Wait a minute, do I have permission to see if I can contact his higher self? Nate's higher self. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Okay, let me see if I can do anything. It all depends on what his higher self is up to. Remember, all of you are God. Nate, too. Nate. Hi, Nate's higher self. Nate's deeper self. Hi there. Hi, would you like to have a little conversation here? Can we help this guy out? You know, is there a reason that he needs to be this way? Or can we somehow help him? Is there a part that we can play in helping him get through this lesson that he's chosen here on this planet? If so, I would like you to please make it clear what needs to be done to help him, because obviously he's miserable and he needs help. So, what do we need to do? Um, he's happy most of the time. He's just screaming all during my show. Oh, he's screaming because he's excited. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I was bewildered because I wasn't getting. Yeah, I was kind of bewildered about that. Oh, he's screaming because he's excited. So are we doing what we need to be doing? Your Nate wants to be sung to. He wants to be sung to. Oh, his happy screams are very loud. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's sing to him. Nate, Nate. Is it Nathan? Nathan, Nathan, we all love you. Nathan, Nathan, we all love you. Nathan, Nathan, we all love you. One in the light. Nathan, Nathan, Nathan. Okay, Nathan. You need clearing anger. Okay. So that's the anger issues. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out who needs the anger cleared. Nathan, I hope you're feeling better soon. Who else is here? Okay, we got Janvi. Janvi. Okay, and for all of us, what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that bring me frustration? That frustration is going to be a part of my life, no matter what I do. What attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that I must carefully control everything that happens, or I'm in danger? My life's in danger. My being's in danger. My way of life is in danger. If I can't control things every minute to be safe, what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that these things that are uncontrollable and uncomfortable will continue forever? It's never going to change. And we know that all of that is not true. Everything changes. It changed to bad, it can change to good again. So, would you be willing to uncreate and destroy all that? Now remember, this may have layers. All right. I now uncreate and destroy all that. Times a godzillion, good and bad, right and wrong, puck and pot, all nunchucks, boys and beyonds. Cool. Ah, very good, Jean P. Let's do that for everybody. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is revealing to me in every way that I am always loved, that I am never alone, that there are always beings around me looking after me and showing me love. And that the universe has my best interests at heart. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind brings to me evidence that I am loved all the time, regardless of anything. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me that I'm loved unconditionally, infinitely. Divine Mother and Father, I've never seen anything wrong in me. I've never seen anything amiss. I am beautiful in their eyes. I am loved regardless. There will never be anything that can happen that will change that. There will never be anything that will make them love me any more or any less. Divine Mother and Father within me love me infinitely and unconditionally, and are always there for me to call upon. Wow, that's something. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely, Mary Winds. 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals together that work for people with autism. That's wonderful. Okay, gravel. Help that to work out real good for Nate. Okay. Thank you, crew. Thank you for stepping up. You're really doing the work and loving each other. I'm so proud of you. So the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind takes every minus and makes it a plus. Okay. Something's going on. I'm not sure what, but I feel a lot of energy moving. I feel a lot of energy shifting out there. Whatever's happening right now is going to affect more than just our little group here. This energy is going out into the universe and radiating out like ripples in a pond, like from a drop of water. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. Nature is alive. Nature is alive. Nature is alive. Goddess is alive. Nature is alive. Nature is alive. Nature is alive. Goddess is alive. The female side of the Godhead, female side of us, is alive. And Mother Earth gave us our Abbeys. And Mother Earth knows exactly how to heal our Abbeys. So I'm asking her to send that information along to each of us. Give us our instincts back to know exactly how to take care of these Abbeys that you've given us. These beautiful Abbeys. Thank you so much for this Abbey that you've built out of your constituents here, Mother. You see, our spirits come from the larger picture. Our spirits are the being, the God being. But our avies were built by Mother Earth, nature. And she knows everything about how to heal a body. And so I'm asking kindly, Mother, will you please give us all our instincts back? Give us the knowledge of how to heal our bodies, our little Abbeys here that you've given us, our beautiful Abbeys. How do we keep them safe and whole in this environment? It's kind of a scary environment. Well, I'm not afraid, but I know that a lot of people are. Can you please tell us, show us what we must do to make our Abbeys whole and healthy again? Because I'm going to do my best to listen. Because I know you know. You know everything about us. You know everything about how to take care of this Abbey. Thank you. Thank you, Mother. Mother Earth is a very sweet being. She is very sweet, really. Yeah, he's going to get arrested. That's what he says. Yeah, looks like Trump's going to get arrested. And that's going to happen in a couple days, he said, Tuesday. That's why I'm doing all this, is because I told you it was going to get scary. I told you it was going to get scary. It's pretty scary for some people. It's going to look very bad. It's going to look real bad. But that's looks. Please, please let your heart not be troubled. Yeah, Yeshua said that. If you can get yourself into a place of not being troubled by it, you are helping. If you can yourself into a place where you're not frightened of it, you are helping. And if you are radiating love and peace and truth out into the world, you are helping. Yes. Our bodies do need deep healing. Okay. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me how perfect and beautiful my healthy body is. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me all the ways that my beautiful, healthy body is being nurtured and loved by the universe. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is showing me how much love the universe has for me. The infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind reveals to me how all these events are culminating and coming together to bring forth a much better reality on this world. That it really is working for us, that it really is, no matter what it looks like, working on our behalf. Let woman who laughs a lot visit you and help you laugh over these things. And yes, there will be protests. I'm sure of that. Is so. And yes, there will be many tumultuous things. They will try to come up with some kind of emergency. And we're saying the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind is going to make sure that my awareness is going to jump into the universe where it is perfectly orchestrated, where it is a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. There she is. There's woman who laughs a lot. This is going to be such an interesting drama. You are going to see this thing resolve in a way that you, as of now, cannot imagine. There will come a time when you will laugh over this, when you will say to yourself, oh my gosh, I never would believe this. Look at how that happened. It's interesting because somehow this is going to resolve in a way we're not expecting. It's going to be fine. We have very creative things going on here. It's going to be fine. Oh, yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is indeed. Right. We can. Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. We are not powerless. We're not even a tiny bit powerless. Not at all. We are extremely powerful. We are extreme. I can feel this when I say this. Say this, please, and feel it. We are extremely powerful. Feel it. Feel it in you. I am extremely powerful. I am extremely powerful. I'm extremely powerful. We're bigger than this. We're bigger than all this. We're bigger than this. This is nothing. It's going to be fine. We have more power than all of this. We are greater than all of this. I feel it. Okay, let's say it again. I am more powerful than all this. We are more powerful than all this going on in the world. There is a power greater than all of this going on in the world. And I am a part of that. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh. God, I don't know if you are feeling this. It's like a whoosh of energy. It's like, whoosh. Oh, yes, you are. Going up my spine. It's really incredible. And it's tingling all over my body. My whole body's tingling with this. I am very powerful. I'm infinitely powerful because I'm God. We're infinitely powerful because we're God. We are God in the flesh and out of the flesh as well. Our will be made manifest upon the earth. And our will is that this earth will be beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. Quieted. Yeah. Well, see, that's why a lot of people do those things, is it quiets the mind. And actually, sometimes you need that. That you just need to know other ways to quiet your mind. Yes, we can all do it. Right. The alien invasion. Oh, they're saying they don't want to tell us anything about knowing anything. No, no disclosure. Oh, but now there may be a mothership on the edge of our on the edge of our solar system. We know the ships have been here for a long time. Come on. I told you that way back in last spring? Yeah. They're here already. I got told the year before they were on their way. They've been here for a year. They're all around. I saw them. I've seen them. Most of us have seen them. You might have seen them, whether you saw them or not. Knew you saw them or not. They're here. They've been here. That's ridiculous. Oh, but there's a mothership on the edge of our. Right. Okay, Johnny come lately. Yeah, right. Most of us have been seeing them all this time. How ridiculous. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. You're right, woman who laughs a lot. That is pretty funny. They think they're telling us something. They think we're going to buy all that, right? We're not going to buy all that. Heck no. No. Okay. Don't worry about that. No. We got our family around us. And any of you who've been here long enough know that I have been getting messages fairly regularly. When they're important, I literally get telepathy. They have said before, the ships are on their way. Ships are coming. I heard it. And then it said the ships are here. And that was last year. So they've been here. And they're waiting. They're doing their thing. and we're doing ours. And so we're gearing up, and they're gearing up for this time. They've been gearing up for this time, knowing it's coming, knowing this was on the way. Some of you may not know this, but I guess, and this was my friend Paul who told me this, he heard it on iWire, I think, is the reason they couldn't impeach anybody that was sitting is because there was an emergency. And in a state of emergency, you can't impeach a president. What do you want to bet they're going to try another emergency, right? so that he can't be impeached. I mean, they're getting desperate. I told you, they're going to pull everything they can out of their hat to get stuff to happen because they're desperate. They're really desperate. The more desperate they are, the stupider they look. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous now. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's also, I've been getting some messages about this gender dysphoria thing that's been going on. And I'm not really ready to share much about that yet. But this gender dysphoria thing is another symptom of things. I haven't got all the information, but we'll see how that goes. And I may be making some kind of a video about that in the future. So all these things that are happening, they really are going to culminate into something better. But like I said, the more we shift our awareness into the universe where that happens, the better we are, better off we are. So, it's like just to keep realizing you're shifting closer and closer to that universe where it all works out just fine, but it's already done. It's already done. It's our destiny for this to work out great. Okay? That's just our destiny. If you want to think of it that way, and your belief will actually help. It's our destiny that this is going to work out great. It's going to be better than ever. And actually, my cards keep saying after all of this crap comes out, it's going to be much better. And really, there's other psychics predicting this too. I'm not the only one. This is pretty much across the board. A lot of people are there's a period of tumult, and then everybody's better off. Suddenly, much better off. Not just a little bit better off, but much better off. Okay? So it's worth it. It might be very scary, but don't get scared. And I know I'm probably going to have my moments, because sometimes I have my moments where I see it and I go, oh my God. But in the end, it's going to work out. And a lot of people are waking up. It's so crazy that there are people that we never thought would wake up ever are waking up. So people are reporting that. Finally, it's gotten so nuts that people that nobody ever dreamed would come awake are finally coming awake. They're like, wait a minute, this is screwed up. It's like, oh, you think? wait a minute, there's something wrong here. Wait, there's yeah, do you think? Yeah. Okay. So it's happening finally. And when the facts come out, and now the facts are coming out, and oh my God, did they jump all over Tucker Carlson for what? For just putting out, all he did was show people the truth. Once again, they want him to be fired because he had the temerity to get a hold of the recordings of what went on in January, on the 6th, what really happened. And because he did that, now They want to kill him. Everybody's calling for his head on a platter, right? And it's like all he did, it's just the truth. That's all it is. That it wasn't what they said. That the guy that was supposedly died was walking around afterwards. They've got recordings of this guy walking around through the Capitol building. He was very much alive after it all. And he wasn't, this was so crazy. So crazy. And, there's still people wandering around thinking people died because of this. Nobody died. However, we did find, there was also footage found of when the riots were going on up there. They were burning churches, they were burning buildings, they were tearing down statues, and it was crazy. And we're beginning to wonder if maybe some of the scenes that we saw from the 6th really was from May, back when they were having the riots, because that looked dreadful. But camera angles can do all kinds of things. I mean, really, somebody told me, because I wear sundresses. I like to wear sundresses when it's hot, but it looks like I'm naked. So I can just imagine somebody, getting a hold of some of my shows where I'm wearing a sundress and looks like I'm naked. And it's like, oh, she's doing shows in the nude. He's going to make people think I'm doing something I'm not doing. It would be very easy. That's why I make sure I'm wearing something. But yeah, you can make anything look like anything. So yeah, they may be something the government made in the factory. They uh, um so really it's coming out. And I mean, the thing is though that the truth is coming out and people are still buying the lie. And it's just because people were told it over and over and over and over and over again, and the subconscious took it in, and now everybody thinks it's true. So keep telling your subconscious how it's going to be okay. And your subconscious will make sure, the infinite power of your subconscious will make sure it's okay. Oh, they were supposed to arrive in 2018 in August. Let's see, when did I tell you? Well, I don't know if it's the same ships, but I know that they said that they had arrived last year. Maybe it took them a little longer, or maybe they're a different set of ships. So I don't know. And then they just stopped talking about them. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'd like to hear more about that, Mary Winds. So if you'd like to let me know where I could find out, I'll see if I can find out more about that. But yeah, we have an armada here already. There's been an armada here for a year of ships. Our relatives have been here around us for a year now. They're right here with us. They've been here. Actually, it's March, so yes, it's been a year now. Yeah. And if you're kind of quiet and meditate, you might be able to get some info from them. You might be able to get in touch. Some of us can, but they're busy and they're doing their thing. So I don't necessarily hear from them until it's need to know. Other than that, sometimes I get some messages, some mind speaks, some dreams, something like that. I haven't gotten any telepathy lately, but that's okay. If it's necessary, they'll send me some more. I know there are people, so they're us. Don't worry. We've got people around us. We're not alone. We're not alone. Our family is right here with us. They want you to know that. Our family is here with us. So don't be afraid. It's our family. Yeah, our family is in the ships. They're family. They're ours. They're us. I don't mean the United States. I mean they're us. They're fractals of us. Yes. So they're family. So our family is here with us. I feel such a feeling. Say that to yourself. See how you feel. Our family is here with us in those ships. See what you feel. Take a moment. See if you get any kind of a confirmation. I know. Now, I don't know about the ships the Vatican saw. I don't know what was up with those. I'm not sure about that. I just know the ones I was told about are our family, and they've been here for a year. And they've been on the way for a while. So I don't know what the relationship is, but there may be one. I don't know. Okay. Um, like I said, I don't get messages all the time, but I do get messages from time to time. There seems to be a lot going on. They seem to be pretty busy, but they do keep me in the loop from time to time. So, yeah. Well, don't worry about it. We're gonna be fine. I've been told that I'm gonna be taken care of during the whole thing. That I am not going to suffer uh, of anything. So, we're gonna be looked after. We're not gonna be left to, suffer. So, in any way, so we're gonna be okay. Those of us who are awake, those of us in my crew who know who they are, they're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna tell you that one, okay? I'm not gonna put a name on right now because people have a lot of strange ideas about all of these beings. I'm not gonna put a name on them, but the most I can tell you, most of them, as far as I can understand, are actually we have kind of a mixed bag because we're kind of a mixed bag. We're we have bloodlines of all kinds of things running. We have bloodlines of tall whites. We even have reptilian bloodline running in us. That's what gives us our reptile brain. Our Abdullah oblongata is a reptile thing. So we have multiple bloodlines running in us. So if I start giving them names, you're going to People have told you all kinds of things about these people. I'm telling you, they're our family. They're related to us. They mean us well. They're here. They're fractals of us. And it looks like they come from various places. Yeah, we are. We really are. Yes. Yes. Kind of like our ancestors or we're theirs. But we're family. And a lot of them come from the Sirius system. I can tell you that. A lot of them come from the Sirius system. Um, Sirius B is where all the cats and dogs are right now. That's where they come from right now. Because Lyra was destroyed, supposedly. But I don't want, like, you're going to have all, if I tell you everybody and I start throwing out all kinds of names, you're going to have all kinds of, everybody's told you all kinds of things about everybody, and it's just not the way it really is. The ones that are here for us are our family, and they're all our family, and they all mean us well, and they are different from different species. They're different races. They're not homogenized. So you can expect that. So yeah, if I start, I could mislead you accidentally. Okay, and I don't want to. Hi, James Ortiz. You'll be wanting to play this. You'll be wanting to replay this. Yeah, we're one. Don't worry about it. There's Marilena. Hey, now we're complete. James Ortiz is here and Marilena's here. So we're all here now. I think most of us, anyway. So yeah. Yeah, we are one. Um, but really, yeah, it's like Star Trek kind of. There's more than one species at work here, and they work together. And it really is kind of like a federation, okay? It is kind of like that. They have learned how to work together and get along. That's our family. They come from different places. Some of them are mixed like us, some of them are more pure blooded, like, you know, I mean, we have everything from tall whites to reptilian in us, like I was saying. We have everything in us. We have all kinds of beings from, even from Orion. Although Orion has a lot of, well, because it's a main hub. Because it's a main hub, of course, Orion is going to have a lot of everything. Plus and minus. I mean, we're going to have like light and dark there. It's going to be everything there because it's a main hub. But some of the people from Orion are also good. They're also decent people. So, you know, don't get hung up on don't get hung up on races. It's like you see the different types of us, mankind, you know, don't get hung up on whether they're black or Puerto Rican or whatever. Don't get hung up on whether they're Pleiadian or whatever. Don't get hung up on it. Just realize that they're our family and they're all related to us in some way. And they all contributed, all of these races contributed to what we are. So they're our family. And they have our best interests. They have our back. Don't worry about it. That's right, Marilyn. Yes. And love unites us. And there really, we have people who care. I just want you to know that. And they want you to know. You're not alone in this. There are people who care. I'm not trying to give you hopium, okay? This totally exists. I've heard from them. I felt it. I felt it in my heart. I felt it, you know, it. I've checked it out as well as I can do that. There are people that care about us and they're here now and they have a lot of information that they want to give us, but they can't do it yet. They can't give us everything they want to give us yet. The time isn't quite here yet. Stuff has got to happen first. They really do want to come meet us, though. Some of them are so excited. I can feel it. I mean, as a matter of fact, there's this one, and I'm not sure. They're not gray. This one is about the size of a gray, though. And there's one that actually reminds me of when you were talking about Nate is screaming because this one is so excited, kind of jumps up and down, wants to meet us. I think it maybe it's a child. I don't know. Maybe it's one of the younger ones, but and blue, kind of blue, but no hair and kind of flat features, and just is always like, oh yes, I want to meet him. I want to go meet him. I want to go talk to them all. And is so excited to be in our vicinity and would love to just come and say hi to everybody. Um, I get the impression of very jovial spirit. But yeah, some of them are very, don't think for a minute that they're all Mr. Spock or anything with no emotions. So they have emotions. They sure do. Some of them have very strong emotions. There's no doubt about that, like we do. Um, but yeah, there's one that shows up every now and then. It's just, no, please remember, I can't wait to meet you. I cannot wait. I, you know, and then there's a few others that are a little bit less wild about it. But yeah, they can't wait to actually see us in person. To really actually be able to see us. Because most of us, some of us have been on the ships, but we don't remember. And it'll be great to actually have a conversation, be able to actually have interaction openly. Um, are you serious? Are you from Sirius? It's funny. There's a lot of people from Sirius that have a really good sense of humor. That's that's a joke in itself, highly ironic that a lot of the people from Sirius have a very good sense of humor. I even wonder sometimes if Woman Who Laughs a Lot, maybe even from Sirius, and I don't know. I don't know where she's from. She might be she might actually be an ET. I don't know. I get the feeling though that she has more of a Native American feel to her. Woman Who Laughs a Lot kind of has a Native American grandmother feel to her. So I wonder if there really was a Native American, maybe a Cherokee woman, because I got Cherokee in the background. I wonder if there was a Cherokee woman named Laughs a Lot. Somebody named Laughs a Lot. I'd like to know if that is true. I'd like to come across the information at some point. Yeah, the Rainbow Warriors. Just think of them that way. When we find out who all we're related to, it's going to shock some people. It's going to be very shocking. Yeah, some of us do have dragons. Not all dragons are bad. Not all, there's the bad ones, really bads, and I mean some of them are, but they're like people. There are people like that too that are really wrong, I mean, messed up. They are negative oriented. So, and they're also positive oriented, and that goes for most species, for most of them. So there are very few species that are altogether evil, but there are a few, I guess. I guess there are two that would love to see that would love to claim the earth devoid of people, and our relatives are not going to let that happen. So when the Native Americans say all my relations, they're included in that. All my relations, and some of them are in the stars. The beings were always included, and the Native Americans and all the Aboriginal tribes know about the Star Nations, all of them. We always knew about the Star Nations. It was stamped out. The information was stamped out. But the Aboriginal people have always known about the Star Nations. So, that's cute. That's cute. You just had 3 little bunnies show up, huh? Somebody loves you. Right. Absolutely. And there's going to be more. You're going to find that there's blue and green and purple and silvery looking and just all kinds of shades of people out there. There's all kinds, really. There's some that are a little pinker than us, some that are more red looking, have more of a red or an orangey cast. Hey, weird. Orange man bad, maybe not. It's like I wonder now, do the orangey looking ones do they maybe consume a lot of beta carotene? Because that'll even turn us orange. I don't know. That's what's in that suntanner that turned Trump orange is beta carotene. That's why he was orange man. But that's what's in those self tanners that are orangey. So I wonder now if some of the orangey aliens are maybe beta carotene eaters or something. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. Yeah, you know what? I think you will find it interesting, fascinating. I think you all will find it fascinating when you finally meet these people. Yeah, I think most of us have. I think that's part of what makes us us, is that most of us look at it that way, is that these beings are all have their beauty in there. And the variety is actually a beautiful thing. The different varieties it's what makes life interesting, right? If all flowers looked alike, that would be boring, wouldn't it? I mean, it still would be a beautiful flower, but if every rose was red and only the same color of red, it'd be boring. No, roses come in all colors. So, and they all have their beauty. They're no less beautiful because they're another color. So, I think that's why most of us came in. And I think that's why they tried to get rid of the old people, is because so many of us have come that are left. The ones of us that are left, that's the way we are. Most of us are that way. Because that's the era we came up in. We came up in an era where we were told that this was going to save the world, is having this attitude. And now they've gone and tried to switch everything back. And it's like, but there are some of us that still have that, at least to hang on to. That variety is a good thing. And, a lot of people around me, they're talking about how there's all this hatefulness and so on between races. But really around here, I see a lot of people getting along. In my day-to-day life, I do see a lot of people making an extra effort because of all this madness to get along with each other and be nice to each other and let each other know that it's okay to be friendly. So it's not everywhere. I think people who are finding that a lot need to get out of whatever the area they're in where that's happening. Maybe it's mostly on the internet. Did you ever stop to think that maybe this is mostly on the internet? I have a weird feeling. Even though we see isolated examples here and there of this kind of weirdness that we're seeing, this clown world stuff, what if it just looks bigger because a lot of them are on the internet? What if it's not really as big as they think, as people think? Maybe not as many as people think. And remember, a lot of people are getting clued in there. There's a lot of people who transition and are trying to transition back and are warning people to be really sure before you transition, because there's no real going back, you know? You can't really go back to the way you were. Exactly. So, I mean, and so there's all kinds of, I mean, right now people are just, it seems to be attracting just all the people who want to be butthurt about whatever, anything and everything. And there's always people like that, but it's just that now there's a movement where they can come in and use that as a excuse to be offended, you know? There's people that have always been like that. So, you know. So it's one of those things where don't get caught up in thinking this is everybody. It's not. Everybody doesn't feel like that. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of good people. There's a lot of people that are just as fed up by all the crap as you are. There's a lot of people who are not putting up with it, just, you know, they're not doing it and they're not putting up with it. There's even a lot of people rising to each other's defense. There's white people standing up for black people standing up for white people, this person standing up for that person, right people standing up for left people standing up for right people. I mean, there's people all over who are trying to come to some, I really see it. People want to come to some agreement. And we have some very big issues that basically every sane person can agree with. Okay? We have some things that need to happen here that every sane person can agree with. So, you know, I think it's actually going to end up cutting across all the boundaries and show us, hey, this is what we all really want, right? We all really want this. We want the autonomy to be ourselves. We want the autonomy to have our way of life unimpeded. That's what we want. We want the autonomy to raise our children and have our lives and have our families and be able to enjoy our lives. That's what we want. Everybody across the board, right? Unimpeded by all kinds of crap. That's what we really want. So, and however that happens, however that has to happen. Okay. Oh boy, I've been on for nearly 3 hours. I want to thank you all for coming in. It's been wonderful to see you, and as always, your energy is fantastic. I feel so much better when I'm with you. I hope you feel better from being with me. I really am trying to give you a good product here. And remember, you're divine. Just keep remembering how powerful you are, and that your love and good intentions do radiate out into the world. Of course they do. And they do change everything. You change everything by changing yourself. You matter. You count. Your vibration adds. You are not powerless, and you are not insignificant in any way. Truth is where you find it. Hope you find some on my channel. And we'll be bringing more woo to you tomorrow. So look for it. And Wednesday. Usually we start about 10:10, but we're going to start having some earlier programs now. And we may even have more than one in a day. So look for that. Look at your notifications. Hopefully YouTube will give you your notifications. And from me and Little Cowboy here, love you very much. We'll see you next time on the Ocean's Deep Woo. I think I'll play my intro as an outro. Just because I know what. I'll play this.